Hey Hadj, how you doing?
All right, thanks, Nick.
I saw the play fader and I thought that looks fun.
Thanks.
So-
That's the idea.
Yeah. So tell us what exactly is it?
So it's a 2-channel CV performance looper, and each channel can be outputs a CV and a gate on each side. So you have CV and gate for each channel, and each channel being fader and play A and fader and play B. It also has a clock in and out, CV and MIDI clock in and out, so it can translate from MIDI clock in to CV clock out and vice versa. And that's all settable on the back. And on the back, you've got an option here to set your clocks in and out, and you've got your listing. And it's a device that starts simple but goes deep. We have a bunch of button combos that you can see here.
Wow, yeah, okay.
But what we've really tried to do is try to help people get around that. The QR code on the back will take you straight to that button combo page. So it becomes pretty easy to kind of find where you are. And once you've played a bit, you get used to it, right? So in terms of how we've laid things out, the top row of buttons really are modifier type buttons, and the bottom row are more of the things that you perform with. And at its simplest, the fader controls the CV level, and the play button controls the gate output. So if you press play, it will output a gate. At the moment, it's syncing to a clock, and that's what those flashing buttons are there. And so I can set that sync to either a division, a ratchet, so this is set to 16ths, or you can set it to just completely free play.
Right.
And that's currently set to control volt per octave and an envelope, right? So what we're doing here now, what we've got here is, this is now set to a scale, and it's actually set to a user scale. Along the top here, you've got scale, and if I press that, you've got user. You can have chromatic, major, minor, user, and also 2, 3, 5, and 8 volt smooth voltage. And the reason we've chosen 3 and 5 is because it works really well with pedals, and you have a different display for smooth voltage. And okay, so let me set that back to user, and I'll kind of show you how that works against a clock, right? What you might notice though, is if I move these faders to a position, so I'm setting the left channel to 16th divisions and the right channel to dotted eighths. You see these buttons are now flashing. It's got soft takeover on the note, so I can't kind of suddenly jump to the wrong note because I was in a different mode. Now it's outputting at an E, and I pick it up and down to C. Now I can essentially.
So it's got like a pitch quantizer in it.
Yeah, it's pitch quantized now, and it's quantized to our user scale. If you hold fun and scale, that's where all the fun happens, and you can set your own user scale.
Right, okay.
And you can add notes in and out to your user scale. You can also set the scale octave range. It's set to 4. I'm going to set it up to let's say 8, right? And we'll have a bit of fun with 8 octaves now. So with 8, you have a large range on there, right? But because you've got user scale, you can have a bit of fun. So let me turn the drum machine on. So now it's synced. And by holding loop and pressing play, it's capturing my loop, right? And I can just hold play loop whenever I want, and then I can just...
So it's got a little recorder in it as well, right?
Yep, the recorder is at the moment set to 16 steps, but I can set it up to 64 steps and down to 1. And if you think about it, setting it down to one step or 2 steps, when you have smooth voltage, you can actually even draw your own LFOs in and direct it at a cutoff as well.
Oh, right.
But for the time being, like we've got... Right, so at the moment it's 16ths, but I can set that now to another division and play over the top. Now maybe I wanted to change the note. I can decouple CV and gate recording by holding fun, and the line indicates, so that's arming gate, that's arming CV, and that's arming both. So let me go to arms just CV. So the gate pattern stays the same, but the CV's changed. But let's say I want to change the gate. Change the gate, so I've just on gate now.
Oh,
And now
neat.
let's get the other side going now. So the sides dotted 8s, I like that. I can rehearse. So I've just rehearsed that. So, and you can punch in and out, right? So you can punch recording in, but you can also punch delete in and out. So I've just punched some recording in and out. And what you'll notice, like I said, the CV output only works when you press play key. But we've got this cool thing called latch. So if I now latch that fader on, the fader position is now latched to the CV output. So it's and let me latch this side.
Well, it's a really interesting. I mean, it
And then
seems so obvious when you see it done like
Well,
this,
it
but
does,
nobody's
yeah.
done it before, right?
And then you can unlatch and it drops you right back to your recorded pattern. And if you press and hold clear and record, press and hold them, you can clear the whole pattern. You can start again. And what's cool about this is I now have two loop buffers per channel. By holding fun time down, these two lines indicate my two buffers, and I can press play to switch between the two buffers, and I can go and edit this buffer. And I can go back to that buffer.
Right, so that's neat. So for performance, that makes sense.
Yeah, absolutely.
Wow.
And it's got a lid, so it's fully portable, and you can take it around your mates and play on any synth you want.
Oh, neat. So how much is that?
So we're hoping for €399. It's currently up for pre-order, and it's at €399. And we're looking to ship towards the end of 23 and early 24.
Let me see if I can get the QR code so people can scan
Yeah,
it. eh?
please do.
Here we go. You might be able to see that. If not, what's the website?
GoPlayAllDay.com. And our little sideline business is we run holidays for people like us. So we're running a retreat in March, which is an ambient sound and music retreat, which is a little bit off the wall, but go and check it out on the site. You'll find all the details.
Great. Thank you very much.
Thanks, Nick. Cheers.